Holy shit! What is up, everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka Review King MB, and Mike Myers, what happened? I just got done watching The Cat in the Hat! I don't even know why. Why did this happen? How did this happen? This is obviously based on the book of the same name by Dr. Seuss. And I'm not even somebody who's the hugest fan of The Cat in the Hat. I read it like in school or as a kid. I remember reading it. It was there, and then I moved on. So it's not like I'm going to come from a perspective of this movie is blasphemy. This movie took something that I knew and loved and destroyed it. No, I'm just talking about as a film. This was garbage. It was directed by Bo Welch, who should never direct a movie ever again. The plot is we meet this mother, played by Kelly Preston, who she has this boss who's a dick. So she has to go back into work. She needs somebody to watch her kids, gets a babysitter, goes back to work. Her two kids, Sally and Conrad. Conrad especially is an a-hole. He doesn't listen. He does all this stuff. So when a mysterious, giant, talking cat shows up in their house and interacts with them, plays with them, does some silly, goofy stuff with them, and then destroys the house, they have to figure out how to fix the house, clean the house, before her mother gets back from work. Oh, man. I don't know who to blame first. Where should my venom go to first? There's a difference between making a kid's movie. Because yes, this is a kid's movie. But just because it's a kid's movie doesn't mean you can just make a dumb movie. You have to have... Don't make it seem like kids are the lowest of intelligence. You have to treat them like they can comprehend and understand a cohesive story, plot. This plot just is, hey, let's have this cat show up and do some messed up things, be annoying as hell, laugh at everything that he says himself, and piss these kids off, and then they're supposed to learn a lesson? Seriously? You couldn't have written a better script than this? I know The Cat in the Hat, a lot of Dr. Seuss's books are very short, and so when they have to adapt them into a movie, even though they don't have to do that, they choose to do that. They have to add all of this stuff to flesh it out, and this movie's very short. It's like 80 minutes long, which in a way, thank God. But still, that was too long. I was cringing and flinching and having my hands over my face so many different times throughout the film because Mike Myers, let's just jump right to Mike Myers. I cannot believe. Here's a guy that I grew up watching stuff of him on SNL, Wayne's World, Austin Powers, some of the funniest movies that I had seen. Doing this. I was going to say reduced to this, but this was his choice. He chose to put that silly ass costume on, which at first I thought, well, hey, at least they're trying to do something practical and not having a CGI character walk around. They should have had a CGI character walk around because this costume looks horrible. Not only horrible, but he looks nothing like the character from the book. You can only blame the writing for so much. Even his hacky type jokes, his lowest common demeanor of jokes, he laughs at himself. So what a way to make him even more annoying, even more like, I just want to shoot this cat in the head. Come on, dude. What were you thinking? This goes down as one of the worst performances I have ever seen. And it sucks more because I know he's more talented than this. The kids, you have Sally and Conrad, like I said. Dakota Fanning plays Sally, who I think was good in the movie. She's very young here, but she could act even back then. Spencer Breslin plays Conrad, and I guess acting wise he was whatever. His face looked familiar, and when I looked him up, I didn't really notice any of the movies that he had done before, but then I noticed that he's the brother of Abigail Breslin, and I said, oh, that makes sense. That's where the resemblance comes from. His character is supposed to be a little bit of a dick. The problem is that I'm supposed to feel bad for him when he's acting up, when he's not listening, when he even says to his mom, I wish I had another mom. After he says that, I'm supposed to feel bad for this kid when Alec Baldwin shows up being a dick and wanting to send him off to military school. I don't blame him. Send him to military school. Maybe he'll learn something then. But of course, Alec Baldwin has to be more over the top as an a-hole when he's doing all these things, and you see that he actually... I don't even get the joke of him having a gut and then the fake teeth. And I'm like, what was the point of all of that? And he's constantly coming back to the house, constantly just trying to disrupt things and do this and that. I guess he becomes the movie's villain. But I swear, the Cat in the Hat was the movie's villain because the cat himself was doing all these things. Even his little troll minions coming in and doing everything the opposite of what you tell them to do. They were so annoying as well. Kelly Preston as the mom. She probably should have gotten more to do because she was the only likable character in the movie. She was a working single mother who was trying to make ends meet, trying to do everything she could for her kids, and you felt bad for her, especially her boss. Let's talk about her boss, shall we? Sean Hayes plays Mr. Humble Floob, however the fuck you say his name. This guy was so annoying. So incredibly annoying. I know the direction probably told him that, hey, play this over the top. Play this really goofy. So, sure, fine, he's doing what he's told. But he was annoying! I can't help but say he was annoying as hell. He also does the voice for the fish. And the fish was so annoying. They try to have all of these fish jokes that none of it worked or none of it was funny. That's a problem. That's a problem if I'm sitting there and I'm cringing instead of laughing. The only positive thing I guess I could say, and man, this is a stretch, is that I appreciate how they made the town look colorful. Like the books, and they felt like that Dr. Seuss world. But because of the material being horrid, because of all of these lame ass jokes, because of how silly and dumb and goofy this was, this is terrible. This movie absolutely gets a fuck you. I can't believe it. This is one of the worst movies I have ever seen. Man, I experienced it. I lived through it. I can't believe I finished it. I wanted to shut it off so many times. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comments below if you too have seen The Cat in the Hat. How upset did this make you? I'd have to think that if you're a big fan of the book, of The Cat in the Hat, of Dr. Seuss, probably just rolling over in his grave at this point. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm defeated. Later.